What's up guys, TDPK Rush here, and I have for you today yet another Harpie deck profile. This is the Harpie deck I'm going to be using for the January format and up until March. The extra deck right now is subject to change as of Legacy of the Valiant, because I'm going to be putting in the Noble Swarm guy and the Arcanite guy. They're both pretty good, but let's get the profile started. Of course, 3 channelers, and I bumped him back up to 2. The 2 dragons to go with the channeler. I usually side one out for game 2 and 3. I like having 2 in for game 1 to just like really push for that first turn Draco Sack and try and secure that first game win. I don't know, I think it's really important that if we do go into game 3, I go first. So I really like to win game 1. Game 2 is up for grabs. If game 3, if I go first, I feel like I have a better chance of winning, because going first is just broken. Okay, so yeah, I usually side one out, game 2 and 3. Just keep them in for that game 1 push. Triple Queen, pretty standard. Triple Harpie Lady 1, if I could pick it up. Also pretty standard in my opinion. I've seen one of my friends, he runs a Harpie Lady 3 for like that stun element, or people run 1 rabbit and the regular Harpie Lady. I don't know why, it's very inconsistent. And since I bumped the dragon back up to 2, I took out 1 dancer, so I'm at 2 dancers. I still use her in conjunction with the field card to pop back row. She's very good at popping bottomless or forcing solemns, because she can't be bottomless, and if they want to stop my play, they're going to have to waste their solemn on her. And then for the non-Harpie engine, 2 Summoner Monks, and then the star of the deck, in my opinion, Zephyros. Bounce back my Hysteric Parties and my other continuous traps that I now put into the deck. Alright, that's it for the monsters. Let's go on to the spells. Of course, triple Hunting Ground. Triple Hysteric Sign, it's just too good. And I love how the search is just mandatory, always. Like, it can't miss timing, unless they DD Crow it, or Debunk, or Abyss Dweller, but it's mandatory. So, like, even if I'm in a conversation or I forget, and then the turn starts, I'm allowed to go back in. Like, you can't miss timing with this. Like, if you forget to summon back your Stardust, sure, you forget, but this is mandatory. 1 Egotist to go with the signs. I don't feel like you need more than 1, because you can search it out of the graveyard. I'm now main decking 2 MSTs. There's a lot of decks being played now that rely on a field card. I also rely on my field card. And like I said, if I want to bait out that solemn, but I really need to get a play off, I still have the MSTs, so I don't have to waste my summon to pop back row. But yeah, for like, even for like a Bujin matchup, because some of them do run the summon limit field, or Prophecy, Maldoce, which is going to be a huge threat with the Angeli card coming out. So yeah, main deck 2 MSTs, and then the 1 of Dark Hole, and the 1 of Book of Moon, pretty standard. Now for my trap lineup, which I think changed the most in the deck. 3 parties, I'm keeping it at 3. People run it at 2, they say 3 is too cloggy, but even if it's at 3, I'll just use it as a Call of the Haunted. Like, I'll set it, and if they do space it, I'll just activate it, chain, pay the cost with a Hysteric Sign, get it off during the end phase. Or, if I have it set and I really just need a special summon, I'll activate it, discard a Harpie, and then it's like a Call of the Haunted for that 1 card. Now here's the newest addition, Triple Fiendish Chain. I took out the Mirror Forces. I know Mirror Force punishes bad players, but I'd rather just play it safe. There's a lot of effects that are really annoying, and Fiendish Chain is really good this format in my opinion. So I run it at 3. It doesn't really get stuck either, like as I was saying, how Zephyros is my MVP. I can use him to bounce back a clutch Fiendish Chain or bounce back the Historic Party for next turn and go for push for game. So he's really good in conjunction with all these continuous traps. Still main deck double Icarus. I feel like it's a staple in this deck. And now the one-ofs Bottomless, Torrential, Compulse, Solemn. And I run a one-of Phoenix Wing Windblast. I do often side this out sometimes too. But it's pretty good if I have a dead dragon in hand game 1. Or if I really need to pitch a Hysteric Sign, or give me a Historic Party target in the grave to make the Historic Party live. Yeah, it's pretty good. Now for the side deck, this is my side deck coming into the format. Side deck is most subject to change. I am attending a regionals on the 12th with this deck. We'll see what I play there, and I'll just update my side deck as I go. Well, not during the tournament, afterwards. Alright. Double DD Crow. DD Crow is great against a lot of decks this format. Maldoce, Bujin, Prophecy. Pretty much almost every deck can get hurt by DD Crow. Double Decree, because traps are still a problem. And I know I do run a lot of traps, but I'm not that reliant on them. That if I'm playing against a very, very trap-heavy deck and I don't have the popping power, I'll side out maybe a few of the Fiendishes or the Phoenix Wing Windblast for the Decrees. Also, you gotta be wary of Chain Burn. 2 Debunks, because Debunk is amazing this format. I'm considering bumping it up to 3. Bujin, and Mermail. This absolutely destroys both of their decks. Gets over the crane, the turtle, the hare, the quillin, centipede, anything like that. This stops it all. Mermails, this stops every play they have. They cannot get off a play if you have debunks. Double Max C, which I'm tempted to take out. I was main decking these during the dragon format for obvious reasons. It's dragons. But I'm tempted to take them out as not many decks really go off. I mean, there are still Inzectors, like that Inzector deck recently topped, but I don't know, I'm considering taking them out. People still run 3. I don't know. I haven't run into that many decks that really go ham like that. 2 Imperial Iron Walls, because it's still pretty good. I don't banish, so I can still opt to side these in. Really good with the Bujin matchup. Really good with Prophecy matchup. Or any kind of Chaos Dragons, or anything like that. 2 Light Imprisoning Mirror, because Bujin. A lot of Bujin hate in this extra deck, side deck. Because I feel like they're going to be really, really good. Also for Light Sworn, Agents, Constellars, people are playing them again, because it's a slower format. This just beats it all. I'm considering putting Exceed Encore back in, just to deal with Pallades. But, I don't know, this has been doing pretty good so far. 1 Soul Drain, 1 Mind Drain. Bujin, Mermail. Enough said. And 2 Gozen Match. Gozen Match is good against, like, just random rogue. I played against 6 Samurais, flipped this. He had the MST, and then I flipped the other one, and he could not go into Shien. He had to go into Beast, and then I just bounced Beast next turn. I might switch them out for Rivalries, but so far it's been doing pretty good. So, yeah. Now for the extra deck. The MVP of the extra deck, easily, Lightning Chidori. I run him at 2. I used to run him at 3, but I needed some room in the extra deck. The extra deck is also opting to change, like I said earlier, for the Silent Honors Arknight. And his old name was Noble Swarm, but I think it's Evil Swarm Extinction Knight, something like that. But yeah, definitely keeping Chidori at 2. He's great, gets rid of problem monsters. I don't have to beat over anything. He also gets boosted by Harpie Lady 1. Overall, really good card. 1 Ice Beast Zero Fine. I'm considering bumping this up to 2 because it's really, really clutch after Historic Party. It also helps me get over problems like any kind of Draco Sack or lead blow, lead yoke, anything that can't be destroyed by battle. This gets over all of that. He also becomes really, really big. One Gem Knight Pearl, which is coming out when the new rank 4s come in. So he's just there for now for like a beater. But yeah, he's going to come out. One Master Key Beetle. Really, really good with the opening Summoner Monk play. I go Key Beetle, pitch Hysteric Sign if I have it, go for Zephyros. Oh no, I go Summoner Monk, sorry. Pitch Hysteric Sign if I have it, go summon Zephyros, go Key Beetle. If I have another sign, I'll activate it, activate him and target the sign. Or I'll play the field card, activate him, target the field card. Anything like that. I've opened up with a Key Beetle, a sign in the back, Key Beetle attached to the sign. I had already pitched a sign for the Summoner Monk, and then next turn I had a Draco Sack on board with him still equipped with the sign, and I kind of won from there. It's really hard to get over that field without me going plus. One Queen Dragon Djinn, sorry, because like I said, I usually side out the second dragon. This helps make dragon plays live later in the game after the dragon has hit the grave. Or if I happen to draw both dragons during game 1. Really good after Hysteric Party, I'll bring back the Channeler and 2 other Harpies. Play this with the Harpies, bring back Dragon, overlay with Channeler. Or if I have room on the board, sorry about that. I'll Hysteric Party, get out Channeler, drop a card, bring out Dragon, overlay for this, bring back the other Dragon, overlay for Draco or Big Eye, and then Channeler, normal summon. I haven't normal summoned yet, so I would normal summon another Harpie. Can still overlay with that Channeler. Yep, it leads to some really, really dirty plays. Yeah, it's really good. I might take it out in the future, but it's been pretty clutch. One Photon Paleoportative, also subject to take out when the new Exceeds come out. It's okay if people are sitting on like a face down or a Marshmallow or anything like that. Just play him out if I can't play Gaia Dragon. Diamond Dyer, really, really good. Seeing how everything is a wing beast. Gaga Cowboy. I've considered bumping this up to 2 because it goes into some really funny plays after a Hysteric Party. For example, I was playing against my friend on Dev Pro, and he got out the Hazy Flame Basilitrice with 6 equips on it. So it was a giant beater. It couldn't be targeted, can't be destroyed, and he could just banish all of my cards. And since it can't be targeted, that's a big problem for me. Unfortunately, he was at 1400 life points, so I just stalled out until I had a Hysteric Party, and I happened to have 2 Cowboys in my extra deck during that game. I went to 2 Cowboys, and 1600 burn for game. So I might bump that up to 2. I might take out Pappy for him soon, before Regional. Let me know what you guys think about 2 Cowboys. One Evil Swarm Ouroboros. Really, really good. I've played against Exodia with this, played him, and I've managed to pluck an Exodia piece out of their hand with his effect, and they immediately scooped. He's also really good if I'm out of Chidori's, because his bounce, and he's also a pretty big beater. Also, he's subject to take out, but he's pretty good. The second MVP of the extra deck, Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. I absolutely love this card. This has won me so many games, because if they're not playing a deck like Meldoche or Spellbooks, this gives me a free 6,000 damage. Unless they have the Torrential or the Dark Hole. It cannot be targeted for attacks. Any of my Harpie cards can't be targeted for attacks as long as she has equips. And she can't be targeted by card effects as long as she has equips. Also, she can attack directly, and she's a 2,000 attack beater, 2,500 defense. Really, really good card. And then the one Maestroke, kind of a staple. Now for the rank 7s, pretty basic. Big Eye, Draco Sack, Gaia Charger. Consider taking out Gaia Charger for another Draco Sack. I can't find another Draco Sack, or else I would have. But Gaia Charger has come in pretty well. Same thing, like I said, with the Papillarative. I'll switch them to attack, but he can just ram over that. I've also won games against Mermails. Like, they'll go into Draco Sack, play their 2 tokens. I'll go into Gaia Charger and attack a token for game. But I feel like the 2 Dracos, if I'm running the 2 Dragons, would be better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah, so that's the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.